Alright, today's video, um, we're going to do a little side-by-side of before the city update versus after. I'm recording this after I've downloaded it, um, but I forgot to mention my giveaway. You could win a free Velocity 1 flight yoke. All you have to do is go to my most recent video and watch that, and like, subscribe, and comment on that video, and you're entered to win a $0 Velocity 1 flight yoke, and I'll ship it to you for free if you're in the US. Alright, in today's video we're going to see if these city updates make, a big difference, because I'm certain they make some difference, obviously. But I just want to see what the stock standard sort of photogrammetry of Dallas looks like before the free update that Microsoft just did recently, and after the city update. I want to see what sort of differences are there, because I know there's going to be some, but I want to see how, you know, uh, prominent those differences are. So we're in the Vision Jet today. Let me get my head on here. Vision Jet just has the most visibility, which is so cool. Love this thing. Alright, and it's the Flight Effects one from 2020. I prefer it over the default. My rudder pedal sensitivity is reset. I prefer it over the default Microsoft. Anyway, so we're gonna take off. I'm gonna fly runway heading for a good bit, and then we're gonna turn to a heading of 090. We're going west, baby. All right, let's get gear up. We are on runway 18 left, by the way, in DFW. So, flaps up. And my TLOD is at 100, along with my OLOD. So, that should be standard, and we're going to climb up to 5,000 feet. It's another fact I should probably say. And we are on clear skies on the weather. Alright, so we're a little choppy because DFW likes to just kill my system for some reason. But this is our default scenery, TLOD 100, OLOD 100. We literally just took off from 18 left, heading 090 east. And one thing I'm noticing is, what's a flat? Just, and obviously it's still popping in, but it's like you don't see any buildings, really. I mean, I don't have the best system. I've got a 3060 Ti and a Ryzen 5 5600, so most other cities, everything kind of loads in, but it's just a lot of very generic sort of stuff. But I guess that's why they did an update. So it's kind of what we're looking at. I get 100 on TLOD and OLOD. It seems like my system's kind of stabled out here. But yeah, a lot of just flat photogrammetry, or I guess non-photogrammetry, just satellite imagery, but we still have some that are kind of loading in. I can't remember if I said this, but we're on clear skies as our weather profile. I believe that's default one, and it's about 8:20 in the morning. So, it's kind of boring. It looks terrible, honestly. From Dallas, and this looks nothing like it. So, anyway, I'm not going to do too much of a whole thing. There's Dallas Love right here. So that's kind of where we'll stop it, and we'll see what, I mean, no big buildings anywhere. So I'm curious if the city update will have that sort of baked in there, or if it's going to have the same issues as I'm having now. And again, I don't have a great system. That's why it's called Budget Flight Sim. Well, I do have a great system, but compared to other flight sim YouTubers, not so much. So anyway, we'll stop around Dallas Love Field, and we'll pick back up. We'll see what it looks like. Alright, we're taking off, or we've taken off. First thing I'm noticing is lots of buildings are loading in, If we come out here, we see the skyline, which is great. So, wow. I'm actually surprised. It looks really good. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but it's so weird to to get the city updates because it's all streamed. So you hit get for free and it goes, okay, you got it. Here you go. You go, oh, already? You don't need to. It's like, no, I'm good. It's there. It's like, okay, I'll just put it there to begin with, but whatever. It's still blowing my PC spec out, like I always say. But, dang it, it looks good. And if you have a beefier system than I do, I'm sure you're going to love this. And even if you don't. You know, recording in 1440, all the things I always say, blah, 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 blah. Choke my system up. And I usually have the auto TLOD on, but I don't because I want everything to sort of be loaded in at 100. But you can see it's kind of still loading there. But at least there's buildings in the distance, and at least the buildings immediately around you are loaded and look nice. And my favorite part about Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, let's go ahead and make this a nice, get those lights on, dude. Yes. I don't know what, I couldn't describe to you what's different about the night lighting in 24 versus 2020, but there is. I think it may have to do with the way the lights in the distance, the way that they're, I don't know, rendered or whatever. Something is drastically different because essentially the masking underneath it, I mean, it's pretty much the same. You can't see the buildings, but just something about the lights themselves in 24 is outstanding. But, oh, look at that. There's the city. So yeah, city updates, obviously. I knew they did something, but I wanted to see how drastic it was. Because I know in 2020, there's a lot that I didn't get because it just completely took up so much room. It went from making your game 100 whatever gigabytes to well over, almost 300. So, but here I guess it download every single one of them because you hit a button and then it goes bam. But I just thought it'd be interesting to see before and after, because I feel like I always download them when they come out, and then I fly there and I go, yeah, it looks great. But I never think to swap it off and do a back and forth, Anyway, thought that'd be interesting. Yeah. But, by the way, do not forget to enter my giveaway. I'm doing a giveaway on the Velocity 1 flight yoke. You could win it for free. It's in my most recent video. All you have to do is like that video, subscribe, and comment on that video so I have a sort of data pool there. And that's it. And you could win a Velocity 1 flight yoke, which is pretty cool. So thank you for watching. God bless you. Have a great night.